Thank you, Mr. Harrison and the Shawnee Mission East Band. At this time, we would like to invite the audience to stand and join our senior choir members under the direction of Mr. Ken Foley in singing our national anthem.
Please be seated. Good evening and welcome, students, parents, family and friends, and the sun. It is my pleasure to share with you the financial awards and opportunities these seniors have received this year. The class of 2010 was offered over $14 million in scholarship money. Over $5 million of that was accepted. These two numbers are another illustration of the hard work, persistence, and determination these graduating seniors have demonstrated. At this time, I would like to introduce Associate Principal, Mrs. Heather Royce.
It's my privilege to introduce the distinguished guests on stage. Representing the Board of Education, Mrs. Donna Bisfield and Mrs. Cindy Neighbor. Representing our district administration, Dr. Gillian Chapman and Dr. Curtis Kane. And representing our elementary and middle schools, Mr. David Conrad, Associate Principal at Indian Hills, and Mr. Mike Rasmussen, Associate Principal at Mission Valley Middle School. It's now my pleasure to introduce our Student Body Vice President, Ms. Amanda Privatera.
Hello, Shawnee Mission East, class of 2010, family and friends, and administrators. It is truly my great honor to speak to you all this evening. First off, I believe many thanks are in order. To my fellow classmates, thank you all for contributing to what makes Shawnee Mission East so great. Thank you for your hard work in the classroom, in the gym, in the debate room, and everywhere else. It is because of this dedication and this passion that our school is so extraordinary. To the family and friends, thank you all for raising us to be good citizens and the people we are today. Your love and support have been invaluable in creating the fine young men and women here this evening. To the teachers and administrators, thank you for going above and beyond the call of duty to ensure that our education at Shawnee Mission East was the best high school education we could have received. And of course, thank you for everyone else who is involved in making today, as well as the last 4 years of our lives, possible. As the Beach Boys once said, be true to your school and let your colors fly. As you all go on with your lives, remember this and all of the other lessons you have learned at Shawnee Mission Wonderful. Study hard, work hard, and play harder. It's been a long 4 years, but we finally made it. Congratulations, Class 2010, and go Lancers.
Good evening. At this time, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to call to the podium Associate Superintendent Dr. Gillian Chapman and the Board of Education East representative, Mrs. Donna Bisfield, for the awarding of the top 10.
Good evening. I have the honor to present to you the top 10 Shawnee Mission East graduates. As I read your name, would you please come to the stage? Anna G. Weber. John T. Walker. Tara Ragavir. Dana L. Lieb. Joseph Z. Dang. Adele A. Daniel. Chi Chen. Nicholas B. Carruthers. Samuel D. Buchanan. Jason S. Bates. Please join me in congratulating these top 10 scholars of Shawnee Mission East.
Good evening and congratulations, graduates. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce now Mrs. Ann Peterson Barrow and Mr. Bruce Barrow.
Good evening, everyone. First, we want to congratulate all of you for your great accomplishments as the class of 2010. You are indeed an awesome group of young men and women, many of whom we've gotten to know very well through the years as Brian's buddies. This is a special day for you, and I know Brian really looked forward to this moment in time, graduating with you and heading off to college, joining his brother Eric at Colorado State. As difficult as it is to stand before you right now, Bruce and I feel so blessed to have this opportunity to thank you, all of you students, administrators, teachers, friends, and family, everyone at Shawnee Mission East, for what you have done this year to keep Brian's legacy alive. Since his fatal car accident a year ago March, you have created so many special moments to honor Brian such as dedicating the soccer season to Brian, friends gathering to celebrate his 18th birthday, holding a wiffle ball tournament with all the proceeds going to the Brian's Way Foundation, and then, of course, the very special yearbook tribute. You have no idea how your acts of kindness will forever be treasured memories in our lives. Life is precious. We don't realize the magnitude of those three words until we experience a life-threatening or life-altering experience. Life is also a gift that we often take for granted and don't fully appreciate until it's not there anymore. Brian was a living example of how important it is to live each day to the fullest. He loved life and lived it with no regrets and lived it passionately. He had a witty sense of humor, was wise beyond his years, and had a tender heart that reached out to everyone he touched. He always greeted you with open arms, a smile on his face, and a promise that he was with you through thick and thin. He treated everyone with dignity and respect and saw adversity as his ally, and always looked at the challenges in his life with the attitude, the glass is half full, not half empty. Brian could make you laugh when you wanted to cry. He could give you strength when you felt weak. He could give you hope when you felt totally hopeless. He was a fixer and wanted nothing more for everyone than to be happy and fulfilled. For Brian, success was not measured by how far up the ladder you climb. His greatest success was the relationships that he built through the 17 and a half years of his life, and how he influenced everyone he touched with his caring and compassionate spirit. Although Brian isn't physically here anymore, he sends hello from heaven and is now an angel among us in ways we never dreamed could be possible. Although his death has forever changed our lives, we have chosen not to mourn the day he died, instead celebrate the life he lived and the gift of life he gave. You see, Brian made a very important decision when he signed his driver's license and became an organ donor. And it's that decision that resulted in 5 individuals receiving that gift of life and having hope for the future. Now the pain we felt at the time of his death is replaced with a sense of peace, knowing Brian's tragedy has turned into a blessing for others. What's also giving us strength is to put one foot in front of the other, is our decision to honor Brian's legacy by establishing the Brian's Way Foundation. One of the goals of this foundation is to help other students achieve their dreams through the Brian Barrow Memorial Scholarship. This is a 2-year scholarship awarded to a student who exemplifies Brian's way of living life and believing that when the going gets tough, you turn to Brian's favorite verse in the Bible, Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for your Lord God is with you wherever you go. Remember that, graduates, because that is so important in your life. This would make Brian happy, knowing that he will continue to help others achieve their dreams. We want to thank all of the outstanding seniors who applied for the Brian Barrow Memorial Scholarship. Each and every one of you is amazing, and I can't tell you how extremely difficult it was to make this decision because you are all so deserving of it. At this time, we are very proud and honored to announce the first recipient of the Brian Barrow Memorial Scholarship. Gretchen Hummel, will you please come forward?
Ann and Bruce, on behalf of the faculty and the students at Shawnee Mission East, we would like to present to you at this time a graduation gown that is yours to keep, as well as his diploma from Shawnee Mission East High School. Thank you very much for this very generous gift that you're giving.
And now some parting thoughts from our senior class president, Mr. David Beater.
Classmates, faculty, guests, I'm humbled to be here to share some remarks this evening as each of us takes another step in our lives. As we take this step, each one of us has our own unique story to tell. Stories of our high school community that are all a part of our class of 2010 legacy here at Shawnee Mission East. Well, we made it. I'm sure there are statistics on how much time we've spent in the classroom, or how much the world has changed, or even how our school has changed so dramatically during the last 4 years. But rather than dwell on the past, I like to look forward, because after all, our class's legacy will not be what we did in high school. It will be what we did with what we learned in high school. Each one of us has come a long way to get to this evening. We've learned our subjects: English, math, science, and social studies. Maybe we were lucky enough to pick up a vocation. We've made friends and built networks. We've moved towards mastering a sport or perfecting an art. We've learned to drive. Maybe even some of us drive well. But while all of us probably feel we have come a long way, this is only a checkpoint in our development. In a moment, we will all walk across the stage and receive a diploma from Dr. Krawitz. We should be proud of these diplomas. By graduating, we have been, quote, taught the skills needed for successful living in a changing world, close quote. But this is by no means the top of the mountain. It is the next step. A step towards being a positive influence in the communities in which we choose to live. Each step in our lives will be about learning, and the lessons we learn will chart the path of our lives after Shawnee Mission East. It is a little bit sad, but tonight is the point our roads diverge. Some of us have already found our true passion in life, a skill, a trade, maybe a person with which we will chart this course. Some of us will head directly into the workforce, others for more schooling, others for personal missions we believe in. Whatever the course each of us charts, the lessons of Shawnee Mission East will help us navigate this course. And as we navigate, there will be smooth sailing and there will be rough seas. Our rapidly changing world promises some exciting times for the class of 2010 and will color the legacy we as a group develop. How we deal with the dynamics of this changing environment will influence our legacy and how it is perceived. No matter how difficult the environment, I'm confident our class will succeed. What inspires that confidence? We are a group of achievers. Many of us have won a state championship, 6 team championships by my count in 4 years, and many individual honors as well. We've won numerous conference, district, and runner-up honors as well. We excelled in the classroom. Among us are 17 National Merit semifinalists. Our arts department level of achievement is unrivaled in journalism, forensics, theater, and a subject close to my heart, music. These are just a few of the achievements and honors our class has garnered. To list them all would be difficult. We all should be proud of what we accomplished in our 4 years at East. And I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to thank the faculty of our school for the leadership, guidance, inspiration, and the lessons you shared over the past 4 years. You truly make the difference. Thank you. This record of accomplishment should give us confidence. Confidence that we can build a legacy after high school. Confidence we can navigate the enormous change we will face in the world after we graduate. confidence that whatever course we choose to navigate, we will succeed to the degree we choose. High school is such a small portion of our lives, and I can imagine the specifics of today will fade into dimmer memories as we move into the future. As we leave the stadium tonight, it's time to ask the question, what are you going to do? We are now alumni, making more decisions on our own. What decisions will you make? What are you going to do? What course will you chart? I'm confident the courses the class of 2010 will chart will leave a strong legacy in this community, in other communities, in this country, and most probably in places around the world. It is my hope, as we now each set our own individual courses, that much happiness and success lies ahead for all of us. That will be the foundation of our legacy, and that the communities we live in will grow to understand what we already know, that it is great to be a Lancer. Thank you.
Thank you, David. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Chapman to present the Shawnee Mission East class of 2010 to the Board of Education.
It is my pleasure to certify that the students who will be receiving their diplomas this evening have completed the course of studies as prescribed by the Kansas State Department of Education and the Shawnee Mission Board of Education. It is therefore the recommendation of the staff and administration at Shawnee Mission East High School that they be awarded their diplomas.
On behalf of the Shawnee Mission Board of Education, I accept the recommendation of the staff and administration of Shawnee Mission East High School and ask that the members of the class of 2010 present themselves for the presentation of the diplomas.
As our graduates walk across the stage for the final time, we invite our guests to congratulate them and hand them their diplomas. Ashton Elizabeth Adams. Lindsay M. Agee. Brian Philip Aiken. Caitlin Mary Allen. Zachary McDonald Amrine. Brooks William Anthony. Sarah Rachel R. Anne Nicole Argyropoulos. Andrew Thomas Arnold. Blake R.D. Arnold. Heather Lindsay Athen. Keelan B. Austin. Madison Marie Bailey. Isato Ida Balda. Dustin Doyle Ballard. Joe L. Barahona. Valerie Ann Barajas. Holland Annette Barling. Spencer William Barnhill. Jesus Lopez Martinez. Cody Winlaw. Kelsey Renee Barrera. Patrick George Berry. Jason Shooty Bates. Matthew Richard Beck. David Charles Beater II. Kathleen Frances Belko. Colleen Rose Bellinger. Annalise Suzanne Bennett. Caitlin Claire Benson. Andrew Morgan Berger. Bridget Faye Bergen. Charles Andrew Bernard. Jonathan Taylor Bernard. Marlena Catherine Burkle. Emily Ann Bittaker. Lauren Blakely. Lee Carey Seville Bly. Ian Charles Boat. August Pierce Borchers. Olivia Renee Botts. Erica N. Brandley. Margaret Montgomery Brill. Natalie June Brown. Stephanie J. Brown. Samuel Douglas Buchanan. Griffin J. Burr. Brandon Joseph Birch. Taylor Rebecca Burkhead. Grant O. Burnside. Bailey Alexandra Burrows. Zachary Wheeler Busey. Connor Michael Callahan. Michael Thomas Calvert. Anthony Michael Camp. Scott Monroe Cantrell. William David Carey. Benjamin McIntyre Carlson. Nicholas Barrett Carruthers. Samuel James Carpenter. Colin A. Carter. Kinsey A. Cates. Caitlin Marie Cawthon. Matthew Edward Chalk. Rachel Marie Cheney. Chi Chen. Will Robert Chertoff. Leah Francis Chesbro. Peter P. Chow. Nicholas Scott Clark. Catherine Lee Clark. Christopher Thomas Clark. Rebecca Jordan Clay. Zachary David Clements. Stacy Christine Clemens Ford Coffey. Keegan Bo Conrad. Scarlett Connor Cooley. Hannah Elizabeth Copeland. Teresa Marie Corazin. Kelia Elizabeth Corcoran. Carl Ernst Cornwell III. Richard Harper Colson. Alexander Welch Cox. Jacqueline Elise Crane. Dylan Wiley Crandall. David Alexander Crane. Matthew Talbot Kreidenberg.
Connor Benjamin Crichton. Alexandra Jenny Dahlgren. Haley Elaine Dalglish. Adele Eileen Daniel. Rachel Nicole Dautremont. Erica Lynn DeVee. Jake Ryan Davidson. J. Charles Dayal. Eric Max Dayton. Megan Elizabeth Day. Alex Nicole Delgado. Catherine Ann DeMoss. Joseph Tsonghua Dang. William Andrew Dexter. Andres Ruffy Diaz. Jordan Ethan Dietrich. Lauren Kelly Dodd. Joe Dean Dotson. Kirk England Dorr. John Lawrence Dollar. Alexa Swinson Donahue. Ted Byer Dubois. Teresa Lael Duncan. Jameson Baird Edwards. Donnie K. Eilenberger. Andrew Scott Elliott. Lauren Renee Engelken. Lauren Victoria Epstein. Lauren Nicole Erickson. Sarah Elizabeth Evans. Zachary Michael Fair. Jesse Christopher Fancoli. Kathleen Elizabeth Fay. Alexandra Ann Furlis. Cole Alexander Feeble. Alexandra Ann Fields. Catherine Claire Finke. Clayton Brent Finley. Samuel Albert Fisher. Sarah Evelyn Fisher. Valerie Joy Fisher. Jacob Ryan Fleming. Andrew Garrett Forbes Jr. John Russell Francis. James P. Franklin. Claire Elizabeth Freeman. Charles Alexander Freiter. Emma Ray Fritz. Marisol Galicia. Ben W. Galloway. Mary Catherine Galvin. Rachel Lauren Gangwer. Christina Elizabeth Jensen. Hannah Gerwick. Jared E. Jabai. Jacob Samuel Gifford. Lisa Ann Giles. Grace Marie Gillespie. Nathan Leonard Goldman. Dominika Golinska. Yana Martha Graff. Christina Marie Grandin. Aubrey Marie Grantham. Sean Stephen Grable. Gordon H. Green. Jake Stone Green. Gage Richard Grimes. Ashley Nicole Geragogotia. Charles Miller Gunya. Lauren Emily Hackworth. Nellie E. Hagagat. Young Han. Weston Richard Halberstadt. Emily Marie Halter. Teresa Lynn Harbison. Benjamin Michael Hargis. Jackson Abercrombie Harder. Mackenzie Lane Haugland. Taylor Scott Haviland. John William Hawkins. Anna Maria Haynes. Sarah Jean Hemer. Hemer. Sydney Michelle Henley. Kaylee Rebecca Herman. Celia Delaney Okomsky Herman. Elizabeth Hernandez Racinos.
Catherine Elizabeth Hurst. Evan Garrett Krastowski. Kevin Richard Hertel. Chris Miller Hertel. Joanna Christine Hilde. Rocky D. Hill. Natalie Louise Hine. Colin Patrick Hofer. Carly A. Holland. Audrey Ann Howell. Gretchen Louise Hummel. Austin Lee Hunziker. Colleen Alexandra Ireland. Kathleen Marie Ireland. Jessica Leah Jacob. Catherine Nicole Yeager. Travis Christopher Janney. Benjamin Harold Jensen. Stuart Daniel Jensen. Ashley Nicole Johnson. Beck Warner Johnson. Jacob Michael Johnson. Tanner Dane Johnson. Alyssa M. Jolitz. Cale Andrew Justice. Seth Kong. Benjamin Allen Kaplan. Rachel Eileen Caskey. Alfred M. Cass. Scott Joseph Kennedy. Veronica Renee Kerr. Elizabeth Gibson Kessinger. Chloe Jeanette Kester. Catherine Marcille Kettler. Jasmine D. Kidd. Carisha Laquita Kidd. Allison Blair Kirby. Mallory Brianne Kirby. Kelsey Joe Kirkpatrick. Kathleen Marie Clem. Charlie Ann Klein. Megan Lynn Klugman. Samuel R. Cobson. Ashley Nicole Kurtzman. Mary Holiday Lafferty. Hannah Michelle Lang. Kylie Ann Lawrence. John Stanifer Lahosky. Dana Leanne Lieb. Adam Gabriel Levin. Ashley Lee Lillis. Brian D. Little. John Frederick Logan. Samuel H. Logan. Spencer Andrew Lau. Kathleen Nicole Luby. John J. Luther. Megan Kathleen Mack. Madison Jane Migalski. Molly Margaret Mahan. Hannah D. Mallon. Evie Adrienne Marshall. Grace Taylor Martin. Amanda Jane Massey. Daniela Maria Mata. Jeffrey Evan Maxwell. Emily Caroline Mayfield. Mary Catherine McCandless. Maxwell Peter McFarland. Megan Elizabeth McGillicuddy. Kelsey M. McGonigal. Elizabeth A. McGranahan. Charles A. McGraw. Duncan McIntosh McHenry. Joshua A. Menares. Andrew Duncan Moan. Lexi Rose Mishi. Gabrielle Paul Miller. Danielle Renee Miller. Christopher William Miller. Dana C. Meyer. Louis S. Melstob. Andrew M. McNamara. Tyler Jacob McKelvey.
Alex Andrew Munns. Bryce Patrick Mullane. Caitlin Jewett Morley. Charles Thomas Moore. David M. Moore II. Louisa Edna Morton. Kylie Vivian Morrow. Jonathan Charles Moss. Matthew Thomas Mueller. Catherine Helen Murphy. Evan Joseph Myers. Drake Thomas Myers. Cyrus S. Najjar. Megan Elizabeth Nemechek. Anders Carl Newman. Joseph Mitchell Newman. Zachary Ian Nutt. Ryan Thompson Olander. Michael Sean Olson. Kelly R. O'Neill. John David Upsall. Ryan W. Osborne. Jacob M. Perelman. Micah Wade Patterson. Rachel Mary Pedicino. Will Hayes Penner. Matthew W. Peterson. Margaret L. Peterson. Anna Kathleen Petro. Jordan Morgan Pfeiffer. Amanda Cheryl Pierce. Madeline Ruth Pinay. Elizabeth Ann Piper. Alexander J. Place. Nicole Louise Preniveau. Amanda Celeste Privitera. Austin M. Puckett. Hannah Rose Kiek. Tara Ragavir. Lauren Kelsey Rabel. Scott I. Rainan. Zulema Estefania Ramirez. Thomas Gerald Rappold. Rebecca Nicole Ray Holloway. Samantha Wu Rabine. Nicole Christine Reber. Maria Christine Reyes. Lauren Elizabeth Reynolds. Connor T. Rice. Madeline Marie Rich. Lauren Ann Riley. Lindsay Brooke Riley. Luis Andres Rivera. Cara Catherine Rivers. Elizabeth Hovey Roach. Philip Donaldson Roach. Bryce David Roberts. Sarah Joyce Robertson. Cameron George Robles. John Bradley Robson. Carl William Rogers. Allison Lee Roebuck. Brian Fritz Rogers. Lindsay K. Rooker. Mildred Roque. John Paul Peter Rowe. Brooke Elizabeth Royal. Jessie C. Russell. Dila Rustamova. Jeffrey Scott Rutherford. Cody Allen Rutledge. Kelly Marie Sabates. Hannah Jean Satterley. Lindsay K. Sauls. Sarah Nicole Schenkelberg. Alexa Ann Schneiders. Sally James Schoenfeld. Patrick J. Schuley. Corrine Teresa Schwartz. Corey Christopher Cinto. Laura Agnes Scott. Sarah Louise Sears. Sarah Elizabeth Ann Sidorsik.
Anna Seelan. Dawn Ashley Selder. Kelsey Janine Schaefer. Catherine D. Sharp. Timothy Michael Shador. Stephen Shen. Caroline Rose Sheridan. Whitaker Elizabeth Shirk. Carl E. Screwcrude. Annie Marie Slaughter. Dara J. Slemp. Dale Wallace Smith. Kevin P. Smith. Michaela Megan Smith. Tierney Anise Smith. Sarah Marie Snodgrass. Ellen Blaze Stanziola. Grant Ward Stouffer. Alexander Jess Steinbach. Allison Lee Stevens. Hunter Stanley Stevenson. John Douglas Stewart. Maxwell Ryan Stitt. Michael Calvin Stoley. Justin T. Stoltz. Megan Frances Sullivan. Olivia Elizabeth Sullivan. Kelsey Diane Summers. Leah Wycombe Swanson. Anna Catherine Swanson. Jessica Kathleen Sykes. Alexandra G. Siegel. Monica Brooke Talavera. William McLean Tamblin. Mary Christine Tanner. Kayvon Tavakolinia. Melanie Opal Tommen. Daniel Patrick Murphy Thompson. Maria Gabriela Thompson. Joshua William Thretchley. Molly Jean Tidrick. Elizabeth Marie Tilhoff. Margaret Jane Townsend. David Julian Tauster. John Elmsley Troop IV. Damaris Twerk. Joseph Tyler Turner. Natalie Diane Turner. Erin Margaret Tuttle. Peter M. Ewell. Phoebe Eloise Unterman. Hannah Christine Vaughn. Odacheli Wefa, sorry. I apologize. John Thomas Walker. Nicholas Brandt Wassmer. Madison Shane Wallace Weaver. Anna Grace Weber. Stefan Maxwell Weinrich. Grant Michael Weekesser. Gregory Cleveland Welch. Sadie Elaine Wendler. Avery Elizabeth West. Anthony Lamont West, Jr. Lois Elizabeth Wetzel. Kylie Ann Wheeler. David Scott Henderson. Pierre Jules Guillon III. Megan K. White. Adrienne Sloan Witham. James L. Williams. Alex J. Wilson. Robert Jason Williamson. Dalton Reed Wynn. Amelia Liberty Winter. Paul James Wolfe. Tyler Waltemath. Mason Lee Wooderson Philpott. Caitlin Lillian Woodson. Victoria Lynn Reed. Tori Ann Widener. Mackenzie Ray Wiley. Tyler Andrew Wysong. Ali Youssef Yakubian. Thomas B. Yeast. Andrew K. Yeast. Elliot Craig Yawn.
Just some final comments. I would like to take the opportunity to thank the Shawnee Mission School District and the grounds crew who worked just really hard throughout the day, despite what maybe didn't look like an event happened. And so I want to thank them. I want to also thank the Harbinger staff for simulcast, doing this streamlining. It's being piloted as a new opportunity to broadcast graduations live. And so Harbinger staff, great job. Metro Sports and Time Warner are also involved. And I'd like to thank Leanne Neal and the communications department as well. Seniors, before this last piece, and I would just like to share one small comment with you that I hope that you will take with you and remember for the rest of your lives, because it's a powerful statement. It's written by one person. I've used it for every graduation I've been involved in. And it has merit, and I hope you keep it to your heart. Stephen Covey once wrote, the best way to predict your future is to literally go out and create it. And I hope that you will do that. Best of luck to all of you. At this time, you can now move your tassels from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. And congratulations to the class of 2010. At this time, will you rise, please, for the singing of our alma mater and our school song. Ken Foley and the senior choir. Mr. Harrison?